All right, everybody. Hey, we are back with another training, and we're going to go over your LinkedIn group and setting up that page. And relatively very simple. We'll go through that. Well, if you've been through the Facebook group training already, then from that standpoint, we're going to talk about some of the same tools that we used in the Facebook training as we do here too. But the basic premise and the basic idea here is still the same. Okay, so what you're going to do is when you're logged into your LinkedIn, this would be your regular LinkedIn account or the free account on LinkedIn. You're going to come up here. You're going to see these little box right here where it says work. You're going to click on that. You're going to click on the work icon, and this is going to drop this box down here, and where you're going to click on where it says groups. Okay, if you've joined a bunch of groups, this is going to list all the groups that you are a member of. And it is also going to list the groups that you are a owner of. As you can see, I've got one here. I started one. Wasn't really too sure what I want to do with that. Has two members, myself, my wife. That's it. But this is the our current group here. But what we want to do is we want to also, just so you know, these are the groups that you've requested, and you can take out your requests or whatever after a period of time. Some group moderators do not do a good job at this as far as keeping track of their groups. So we'll go ahead and open that up into a new page here, because we'll be going to that here in just a minute. But you're going to click right here where it says create new group, and we will click on that. And you want to pull up a photo, again, utilizing Pixabay that we talked about in an earlier training. Go to pixabay.com, and just so you know, let's go ahead and I'll take you to that real quick here. And just so you know, so we type in Pixabay, and it should pop up here. Let's see, move this out of the way. Whoops, I spelled it wrong. Pixabay, there it is. And we will click on that, and basically you can search any photo you want. Like if I want a swimming pool, and we can click on images, and it will, click on images, and it'll pull up all kinds of photos for swimming pools. So if I wanted this to be my background or whatever it is that you wanted to have, you can take these and save these. Just right-click on them and save as, and it'll save it to your computer. So real simple to do. It has up here, you can log in, you can set up an account, you can get a free account, but there's really not much need to do that. Really, you just go there and pull them up. There's 18 pages here that consist of swimming pool, and then you have Shutterstock here, which is these you would have to pay for, so and you would have rights to them. In some cases, they are better quality pictures and a lot more to choose from. That might be a little more relevant. That speaks to what it is that you're talking about. So, anyways, we click on here. We're going to type in the group name. So let's start a water safety revolution here. You want to talk about your group, and what I would suggest is you go into a Word document or some type of document. Go ahead and type this out. You're allowed up to 2,000 characters. That is huge in this, okay? And in your group rules, you want up to 4,000 characters. What I would do is I'd take your Facebook group rules, whatnot, just copy and paste it, bring these over. I don't really think there's much need to have anything relevant here because, LinkedIn is a very professional network. And I would suggest you set this up as standard where the group is visible in search results, and members can invite other members to join, okay? You're still going to have the opportunity to approve them. If you click on unlisted groups, does not appear in the search results, and only group admins can invite people to join. Excuse me a second. There we go. Getting a little frog in the throat here. But anyways, so this is pretty cut and dry, pretty simple to do, and we'll talk a little bit about some of the group information here in some of the other trainings too. So when you start getting into setting up your authority and everything, what goes on into that. So first thing is just getting your group set up. Once you have your group set up, then you know this is what it's going to look like. This is going to talk a little bit about your group. It's going to talk about your group rules. It's going to show you as an owner, and you're going to be able to come in here and start conversations. Now this is, let me explain. So LinkedIn made a change earlier, really not too long ago, maybe in the last few months, and this is a change that I really like. So let me take, for example, right here from your home page. So when you click on your home page, you know, for example, when you're at your home page, you can go right in here and click Start Post. This is just an awesome thing. So we can type in a post, type anything. We can have that go to everyone that's in your network, or we can pick this. We can set this everyone into your Twitter account, and then we can also do connections only, and we can also do our groups, and not only the groups that we own, but also all our groups that we're members of. So we can begin to post this content all over the place, which is just huge. Okay, so so when you're posting your content, you can do it right from your group. Okay, this is the way we used to have to do it, and then you'd have to log into your group all the time and post this. Now, if you are using a aggregator such as Hootsuite, and let me go back into Hootsuite real quick. LinkedIn Groups does not work with an automated posting service such as Hootsuite. So for example, if we click on a new post, when we click on our social networks, all you will see is just your LinkedIn page. Your Facebook groups can be here, but not your LinkedIn group. So LinkedIn, if you're going to be posting in your group, it will have to be either from this page or from this page. Okay, that's where you'll be posting the content. My recommendation is whatever you post on your regular news feed is do something a little differently in your group. Okay, or personalize it, or do something you know, and then don't forget to the people that you are friends with, that you follow. Don't forget to also, share their content in this group, because, that's exposing their content also, in this case, to an additional 406 members in this group here. So, and you can grow these groups as big as you can. I think you can go up to like 10,000 people, something like that. And then after that, you may have to go back to LinkedIn. I'm not sure on that. Obviously, I have a long way to go myself, but I know there's some LinkedIn groups that have over 1 million people in them, and so huge thing. You can invite members right from here. You can click on invite, come right all down your whole entire list. I have over almost 3,200 or something like that. So I could come right in here and invite right from here. The only thing is it just sends an average message. I like to go into people. So what I would rather do would be to come in here and into my groups here. And so, for example, I would go to my network and go to my connections here. And from this standpoint, where it says message, I would much rather send them a personal message inviting them to my group. Okay, we'll talk more about the messaging part of it in another training, because there's a lot that, I usually add that into my thank you for connecting message. Also, here's a link to my group. If you haven't seen it yet, I'd like to invite you to be part of it. And you'll have a certain percentage of those people that will engage with you on that and join the group. And then there's other options and opportunities for you to bring them into your group. But other than that, you can go into your group here. So, for example, let me find my group here. Where we go? Did I close that? Okay. So let's go back into my group. You will see here there are some tabs here. You can follow hashtags, you can follow different things, but right here where it talks about manage group. Okay, this is where you will go in and you will manage the group here. So again, you will see all your members and who has first line connection with you, and you can go on down the list. And you know, as you probably get further down the list, you're going to run into more people that are going to be. Let's see if we can find them here. Let's go to page 9. Let's see where they're at. I don't know where they're at, sprinkled at in here, but. But anyways, okay, let's just go back here. We will click back on this. Hang on a second. Don't you just love it? So anyways, now you can assign admins, okay? So as your group grows, you can assign admins, so additional people to help you. Also, when people request, you're going to see it right here. Once you have somebody who has requested membership, they will show up here. You can go ahead and add them to it at that point in time, just approve them. And you know, the mobile app is great. If you have the LinkedIn and you have the mobile app on your phone, this will allow you to be able to do this, you know, on the fly. Because you know, I hate it. I mean, I hate it when I request membership to a group and weeks, and in some cases I've had a month go by before they approve me. So, you know, it's like, you know, if this is a business or you're doing something that makes a difference and content is important to you, I mean, you know, that's huge, okay? So from that standpoint, the other, and then also you have this option here where you can go in and invite people, and so these would be people that are first and second. You know, these are people that I have invited, and so I can go through and rescind these. You know, if it's been a while, and we can rescind these because, you know, again, there's 194 people here, so they're not responding. So we can pull them out of this group, and in that way, we can always turn around and come back and add. You know, we can shoot them another request because by this time, you know, some of these people, if they haven't responded by now, they're probably not paying attention to their moderation. They're not paying attention to what's, because some of these I can see here that, you know, they, you know, probably it's been over a year. I mean, you know, realistically. So anyways, then, you know, these are people that you may have blocked members. In my opinion, you know, you kick them out of the group and block them so they can't come back in, something like that. But you know, it's a very simple thing to do, but the biggest thing is curating content, okay? You know, LinkedIn is doing a lot of new things, and the LinkedIn groups is an area that, you know, doesn't get as much, it's not like Facebook groups. They're not as engaging, let me just tell you that, at least for the most part. The social media groups and things that are in high demand, for the most part, are huge. And so people are sharing content because those groups are huge. I mean, we're talking hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. So the groups are very, very active. And so from that standpoint, you can do that. You know, you can, the beauty of this is you can message your people. You know, you can pick any, you know, I can see all of them. So I'm able to send all of them a message, regardless whether or not they're first, second, or third. And this works the same in all groups. So for example, let me go here. This is just a pro tip for you here that I want to throw out to you. Let's see. Let's just go back to groups. And so I can go into any group here, for example. Let's pull up the National Swimming Pool Organization. Okay, so I can go in here. If I was wanting to reach out to people in the swimming pool organization, I can see all the members. And okay, you'll see here's people here. I can actually send these people a message. Okay, I can send them a message, and if they're not, as you can see, I'm connected with a lot of these people. But if they're second or third connections to me, I can connect with these people. Okay, this is just, you know, a powerful, powerful tool. Or the other thing, you can invite these people. Okay, if they're not part of your group now, okay, you can invite them. So we can go right click. I can go through and open up a lot of these profiles. Okay, and just so you know, I can go in here and pull up their profile and take a look. In this case, you know, we're connected with them, but we have 3 mutual groups. Okay, and so we can take a look and see, you know. He is not a member of our group. So from that standpoint, he is a first-line connection. So we may want to invite him. And, you know, we can check him against, you know, to see if we do have an invitation out to him. So we can look at that also. So let me see. Do we have one open? Hang on a second. We don't need to talk to anybody right now. Let's see. Anyways, so we could go back. Let's go back to the group here, and let's go back to manage group, and let's go ahead and see who we've invited. Okay, so we can search here. So let's go back to, which one was it? Where was it? Yeah, there he is. We can just kind of pull him in, and let's see if we've invited him. Okay, so let's invited members. So let's search and see if he's here, and we will. So no results. So we've never invited or we've rescinded his invitation. So so again, you know, so now we could send him an invitation to connect and come into the group. So. So from that standpoint, you know, this is like I said, it's a great resource, not only to connect with people and to bring them into your group, but also to be able to start to, you know, just invite people to connect with, if that makes sense. Okay? I'm kind of rambling, sorry. But it's kind of, you know, what I would consider kind of a pro tip, because you can really cut your time frame down as far as, you know, what all you're doing and how you're doing it, if that makes sense. Okay. Now let's go back. Now, you know, we are in the process of curating content. We want relevant content. You at least want to post in your group once a day. Okay. So we at least want to post in our group once a day, and sometimes twice, but we can share content in, but you know, 1 post a day from me, and try to make it around the same time frame every day. So if it's 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, it should always be 9, 10 o'clock. If it's in the afternoon. People, because LinkedIn, they're professionals, they're working people. For the most part, they're not surfing LinkedIn like they do Facebook, so they're not watching the news feed all the time. And so they'll get notifications. They'll receive notifications when, you know, if they're following the group and they're active, they'll receive a notification. For example, I have notifications here that gives me different things. Say, congrats view post. Somebody else was shared a post in LinkedIn from, you know, or that was my post. And so again, you know, that is something that people will do, and they will share that. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back. I got too many pages open, and I don't remember where everybody's at. That's what happens. You get too many things going. So let's close a few things out. We don't need all these open. Okay. So now you're curating content. Now, as we talked about earlier, there's several aggregators you can use. First off is we have our Feedly aggregator. I don't see it here, so let's go ahead and open it back up. And so we can take a look at Feedly, and we talked about it earlier in the Facebook training. But you know, for example, is just another great source for content to share that's a little bit different, that's relevant. Obviously, look at this and then maybe pose this with a question. Always try to give a call to action too from time to time, and give people call to action. The other thing too is you can do is when you're curating your content. The other, another one would be Google Alerts. For example, you have your Google Alerts. So you can set that up, and so let me pull this out of the way. So, for example, you can put in certain keywords and be alerted to certain things that might be relevant to what it is you want. And so, from that standpoint, let me just go here. I'll show you what I mean. Google Alerts. I clean this out about once every 1 to 2 weeks, and in my one Gmail account, these are all Google Alerts. I mean, there's 1,073 Google Alerts. So we follow certain keywords, phrases, things like that. So we can click on here and we can pull these stories up and see if they would be relevant. Okay, if they're relevant and we like what they're talking about and we don't want to post it right now, we want to come back down here. We're going to pull up our worksheet, our template, or as far as our tracking sheet, that is, and we will we'll up here and we'll add these into our posts. I think on this tracking sheet, there we go. So we'll add these in on our posts, and so we can begin to put these in. And if there's X's, we'll post. If we posted them, we will add them here. And then, so we'll have the title of the post, and we will put the link for the post, and then that way we can save this. So you can spend, maybe an hour, 2 hours on a rainy day, and searching your feed, and you can save, 30, 40 posts, possibly, maybe more or less, whatever the case is. That would give you enough content for all week. If you want to post 2 times a day, 7 days a week, that you need 14 posts. And if you just use the Google Alerts, okay, if you're just using the Google Alerts, there's one that's not all these are going to be, relevant, and some are going to duplicate each other. But you're going to have, like here's one LinkedIn marketing tips, different things like that I want to follow. Swimming safety, so we can follow all these things that we want, and could be relevant, and we can repurpose the content. We can add to something to it. There's a phrase of what's called newsjacking. We can jack this news, rewrite it, read it, rewrite it, repurpose it as our content if we want to. News media does it all the time. Otherwise, just try to personalize it as much as you can. And I think and make it relevant to your group. You want to come across as a thought leader in your group. So you are a thought leader and a person that is giving good content that can be used for your niche, that can be used for the people that you are supporting and helping. Okay, does that make sense? So other than that, it's pretty cut and dry. At least once a day. You don't want to blow up people's news feeds. That's the last thing they want to see 10, 20, 30 posts a day coming through their news feed or something like that. When people engage with the content, you want to, engage back with them. Let them know that you saw their comment. But as you can see, it's not a highly engaged community, but people do, for example, Tim here made a comment, so he loved it, so I responded back, and to with James also, and I clicked that I liked it. So it's just, when you have people that are responding, you want to recognize them. I think that says a lot. So other than that, these are your management tools on managing your LinkedIn group. Again, setting up your group is real simple, and So you're just going to, we'll go back here. You'll just click on groups, and right here where it says create group, you just start to create your group. And if you need some type of artwork, something like that, you can do that. If you really want to personalize and do something, you can also utilize canva.com and canva.com. So you can use that also, and there's all kinds of different templates here that you can utilize, and you can personalize things all you want. We use it for so much of our content, and it's simple. It's simple to do. It's all drag and drop, plug and play type stuff. So as you can see, I've used it a lot, and this is just one area. And then we also have our Photoshop editor too, if we really want to get a little more detailed as far as what I'm going to do. But for the most part, this will accomplish a big majority of your workload that you're doing on this, if that makes sense. Okay. Hopefully you enjoyed this training. You got something out. Hey, if you got any questions on this, shoot me an email, rick@thekelsgroup.com, and we'll be more than happy to get back to you. And we'll talk about how we can help you. And hopefully you're enjoying the training and you're getting some value out of that. So go ahead. So your action items here really, get your group set up. Write about your group, set some type of group rules, and when you do your database build, we'll add this in. I usually, in my thank you message, I will add this in. So let me show you real quick while I got you here. So for example, my thank you message is right, the one, that's my connection message. So, hey, wanted to drop you a quick note and let you know, here's the one I use. I wanted to drop you a quick note and let you know, thank you for connecting with me here on LinkedIn. Look forward to staying in touch. I wanted to make sure you received my invitation to join Let's Start a Water Safety Revolution Drowning in a LinkedIn group for highly engaged professionals. Here's the link to the group. Should you be interested, join the revolution. Look forward to seeing you in the group. Take care, Rick, and the founder, and it has the link to the group. So they can go and they can join. So I think that's real important to put that in. So that just really helps you along. This tracking sheet though, guys, this tracking sheet is a must. Hopefully you've got it downloaded. If not, again, shoot me an email at rick@thekelsgroup.com. We will get you over a blank tracking sheet, and this tracking sheet is completely 100% customizable. You can move all this stuff around any way you want. You can add in extra boxes for Facebook, Twitter, whatever platforms, Instagram, and track people from all over the place. So, so I highly recommend that you track. You can measure, and you'll know where your time is being well spent. So, get your group, your action steps again. Get your group set up. Start inviting people, going through your database build, but start inviting people. Make sure you get some content up. Get half a dozen posts. Spend the next week and post every day in there, and then go and start doing your database build and start setting that up. And we will see you in the next training. We'll be covering more of this in our authority, the linked up authority leadership platform. That is. So we will see you guys in the next training. We'll talk to you later.